Hi there, welcome to the Lament Course. My name's Adam Cav. I'm delighted you are joining me as we go on a journey of learning the skill and the art of lamenting. The verb to lament means to give expression to the grief, regret and disappointment that we feel. And the incredible book that we call the Bible is got all sorts of different versions of lamenting. There's a whole book called Lamentations, which is where we're going to base our journey from, but there's also Psalms and there's parts of Job, bits of Isaiah that are these kind of expressions of grief and pain. What I find fascinating is that in our Christian culture, or even our Western culture, we don't really talk about how to lament much. I would be surprised if lots of people even knew what the word lament meant. It's not a word we use anymore. And yet we find in the biblical writers that it's a powerful part of their lives, a powerful thing to process what they've gone through and what they've been through and to come out the other side of it. So to lament means to give expression to the regret and disappointment and grief that we experience. And if you are a human being, which you are, you will have experienced grief and loss and regret and disappointment. And it's vital we learn to give voice to that. Any psychologist worth their salt will tell you that the worst thing you can do is bottle it all up. And yet where do we get taught how to do it? Where does somebody sit down and give us permission to do it? Where does somebody, from a biblical point of view, take us through and show us how to do that? Well, that's what this course is going to do. It's going to leave you better equipped to give voice to that which is on the inside of you. I'm going to teach you the skills that you need, give you the wisdom and insight that you need to be able to do that. And when I talk about grief, please don't narrow that down to just be about the death of people. No, grief is about processing loss, and we all lose things all the time. Yes, we lose people to death, we lose pets to death, and yes, that's part of it, but it's much bigger because we lose jobs, which I've experienced. We lose finances and we can't do what we used to, which I've experienced. We lose relationships, which I've experienced. I've also experienced death in a number of ways very close to me. I feel like I've had to learn to lament. I've had to learn a process and find the healing that's available in Jesus by giving voice to that which is on the inside of me. So Lamentations is this incredible book in the middle of the Bible. It's only 5 chapters long, but it's just incredible. And it's full of metaphor and image, and it's totally different than many of the other books around it. But in it are these incredible tools to help us learn how to lament. So by the end of this course, my aim is that you'll be better equipped to give voice to that which is on the inside of you, better equipped to lament the pain and the grief and the loss that you have experienced in your life. Whether that be big or small is not really the issue. This is not just a course for people who have, had a loved one pass away in the last 12 months. This is a course for every human being because you've all experienced loss of something. The first thing before we get into session 1, I want to say is this: I give you permission to lament. I give you permission to speak about how you feel. I give you permission to express how you feel about the loss, because that's, as we'll see, is what lamenting is all about. But I am looking forward to taking you through these next sessions and to giving you some keys that will help you lament. And the reason it's important is that a healthy spirituality, a healthy emotional life, a healthy mental life can only come about when you've learned to give voice to that which is on the inside of you. That's what the Lament Course will do for you.